he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many Gs he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Aruja, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTB.
Nice formation in the clouds. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. We've been spotted. Abort mission. Sea Goblin and back. Evacuate now.
Enemy freighter presence confirmed. Requesting response.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there. Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator.
Missile.
We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Missile.
H2, target destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Locked.
Hold up. Missile. Missile.
Break! Missile incoming!
Missile. Missile. Hold up.
H2, target down.
Missile.
Half of the SAM sites are down.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Golem Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Golem Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Half of the anti-air guns down.
Missile. Missile.
Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before them.
Missile.
In gun range.
This is Sea Goblin. We've arrived.
Missile.
Do we have a clear LZ?
Missile.
Mission still in progress. Stand by.
Missile. Missile.
Missile launched.
Missile. Missile.
H2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. All SAM sites down.
Caution.
All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you're cleared to land.
Roger. Rendezvous in sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Sea Goblin here. Going up to meet our 2 VIPs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Golem and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container! Going to, hang in there. Lock on you, Shaco.
Missile.
Break! Missile incoming!
Missile. Missile.
Yeah, Mage 2, destroy the target.
Missile. Missile.
Missed. Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
Missile.
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Retain fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harling, stay right there! Jacob's been hit!
Missile.
Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond.
Nickel.
Is Mr. Harling alive?
Nickel.
UAV
Press
down.
in. We're fighting against
Missile launched.
They got the chopper heading for the area too! That was thermal barrack!
That's about half. Mop up the rest.
Rocket!
Nickel.
Damn! UAV confirmed down.
Nickel.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. Let's get Mr. Harley out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
Nickel.
UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down. UAVs flying toward the space elevator. Mage, Gollum, get them.
We found an Norwegian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harley.
It'll do. 3 remaining. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can come up with.
We'll pass that from exhaust.
1 remaining.
Enemy wears down.
Fox 3.
Oh yeah, all mine. H2, bandit on your 6. Target hit.
Missile away. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Harley wants to
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element. Wilco, forming up.
Enemy UAV down. Keep up the good work.
Missile, evade! I can't shake it!
Roger. Sending UAVs at the transport.
Low on special
Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
Golem 3, Fox
Mother
2.
Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. And this isn't exactly a fighter.
Understood. An Arsenal bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Golem 1, break, break!
Cargo 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my orders.
Got him, he's mine.
What about the lighthouse? I mean, the harbor. We won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours.
Right.
Where's the signal? Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Mother Goose 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, Babel, Babel, Babel.
3 minutes remaining.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger. Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed?
The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's wind break took a scratch. Done for.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Enemies locked. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Going forward, bandit on your ass. Lock acquired.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
UAVs are continuing their attack.
They're obsessed with that transport.
UAVs launching from Arsenal Bird Liberty, heading toward the AO.
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe. Mage 2, clear out the bogies near Mother Goose 1.
Mage 2!
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was OG. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Is it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal Bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this, Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His TAC name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire, and as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many we'll lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers, but what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Woohoo! My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Damn, you're good.
Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
Here comes Harling's murderer.
He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog.
Missile.
Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto.
Numbers we can handle. Proceed with us. Scroll squadron, get into formation. Damn it, I've got one on my back.
Choosing target. Look at them. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes.
The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing.
Yes, the enemy just hit the control tower.
Hey, what's with all the shaking?
There's smoke. Woo!
Send in the fire team.
Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKinsey? Damn it! Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Done by now.
After we think the odds, wanna bet which one of us gets the first kill
Kills after
trigger?
the starts. This is the penal unit.
If count's going forward,
I decide when you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me.
Who's gonna dance to your line too?
I'll show you all how it's done.
This is good. Attack missed. This is Crew 6. Enemy is locked on me. Bandit on my tail. Bandit locked.
Oh yeah, add this one to my score.
The enemy has escaped. This is Crew 6. Locked on Bandit. We're losing escorts. Hurry now. Finish the job and let's get out. No, I'm actual discretion. This is Tony Squadron. Channel 3.2 above ground level.
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the targets. Continue on with the mission.
Thank you. Thank you.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harley's murderer.
Nickel. Nickel.
We're easy pickings now. Push it. Damn it. We were supposed to be done before the bombers even arrived. Wingman down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot.
Bye-bye.
No way anyone's gonna take the top score from me. It's in my blood.
We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. I lost all of them. Where the hell are we out of here? Go forward, suspect. Enemy missile inbound. Evading.
Nickel.
In position behind bandits.
Nickel. 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 Ammunition 0. Nickel.
I'm cornered.
Nickel. 0. Nickel. 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 Nickel.
Mark 2.
Nickel.
At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
Nickel. 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 Nickel.
We've never had so many casualties.
Trigger again!
On fire! We're going down!
Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out.
This is a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrapped. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway?
I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something.
That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
Bandit acquired. Firing.
Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing? Enemies our way. Are you?
Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment. Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack! 3 targets remaining.
Shit, they missed.
2 targets remaining.
Why in the world would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. Now the papier-mâché strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
1 bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first served.
Enemy sighted.
still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what, you're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that, Trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now. Woohoo! My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Letting the anti-air interceptors. Open fire.
Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat. Feel free to take them out.
Ruling the league is a kind of specialty. The odds of getting out alive.
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Missile. Missile.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading. Target system destroyed. Trigger again.
I'm out. Turn to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Mad Dog's finally come around. Target's triggered. Rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
Scratch one off.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Right up.
That cheer.
Spare 15 locked on.
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns.
Missile. Missile.
My wing hit the wall.
Spare 15 missile.
Missile, evading.
Locked on target.
Have me spiked.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Spare 15 launching missile.
Turn around. Enemy on your tail.
Red eye. Missile.
I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on bandit.
Missile. Missile.
We don't have enough AA weapons.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Hostile has a lock.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Approaching return line.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. Spare 15, you are cleared for takeoff. Get your ass...
Base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something.
Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one. It probably even says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy?
Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, man, dog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Man, you're delusional.
Bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Spare 15 locked on. Vehicle down. Spare 15, you're hit. Break! Missile away. Spare 15, target destroyed. Hostile has a lock.
Someone take out the AA!
Enemy's locked on me. Someone help me out here.
AA gun down. Spare 15 bombs away. Sam down. Destroyed.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area.
Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280. Drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots? What about them on the moon?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Humans are just pawns.
That lion son of a bitch!
Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
The murderer's done it again! Gonna have to rethink the odds. This is Spare 11, launching missile.
Enemy has a lock.
5 minutes remaining.
Locked on bandit.
APC destroyed.
This is Spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
High roller missile, take it off.
God damn it, I'm hit! I'm still at the table! High roller missile, another one! I've got a bet on me getting out of this. Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's high roller. Keep it taken out.
Don't miss your pants over one aircraft being down.
Too low, we can't get fired from the ground. Retreat! What happens to a bat when the banker's out? Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit. My aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. No, we gotta fight. You wanna lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try to stop it. I'm getting behind trainers too. Stick to the best if you want to survive.
Was that all you had, spare 15?
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up. It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Enemy fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Listen to me. Is a Contra specialty behind me. Take care of the anti-aircraft guns. What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Fire 7. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
The fire set up a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading. Target confirmed destroyed. Fire again.
Jobs. This is insane. I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. Trigger, rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that? Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work. The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here. I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Enemy in gun range.
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns.
Rifle. Spare 15, missile away.
Missile!
Missile, dodge it! Electronic unit, bunch of black.
Nice kill. AA gun down.
Hostile has a lock.
Spare 15, locked on. AA gun
now, as well as a jailer?
Missile inbound. Evade.
Nickel.
Locked on me. Someone help me out here.
Nickel.
Shit. My wing hit the wall.
Nickel.
Check your 6.
Rest in peace. These guys creep me out. What's with the scratches on their tails?
Vehicle down. One down.
Locked on. Get out of there.
Spare 15 launching missile.
It's not like, you know, I'm gambling with my life out here. Hostile has a lock. Now the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something.
Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one. It probably even says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy?
Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Van Dog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Man, you're delusional.
A bribe is all you need to look into a terminal.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower your... Spare 15, you are cleared for takeoff.
It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Look for more enemies. Let's see if they can't hit you this time. AA gun down. Hostile has a lock. Rifle. Target down. Spare 15 locked.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this. Shit's a god replacing units.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
No, we got a fire!
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Pure units are just pawns.
That lion son of a bitch!
Thanks for saving me the trouble. air defense capabilities are compromised. Just grab whatever you can and return fire.
Spare 15, missile away.
This is a whole new kind of war.
Down.
This is Spare 7. Shit! Someone get this in.
They're ground units. But I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
What happens to a bat when the banker's out? Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit! I'm hit! My aircraft!
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop me.
I'm getting behind Traeger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows you played your numbers. Tabloid, take 6!
Spare 15, watch your tail. Engage or face punishment.
Guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
Minutes remaining. Spare 15, target destroyed.
I can't get close enough to try.
Watch out for ice while you're in there. Approaching return line.
Spare 15, this is the... Spare 15, you are cleared for...
2 minutes remaining.
Behind! I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Missile away.
Trigger, they have a lock on you. I'm behind the enemy. Missile incoming! Break! Break!
Targeting gun range. Fire. 1 minute remaining.
Bandit in my sights. Missile! Evading! Is Trigger still alive? That was too close. Thanks for the assist. Bandit on my 6! I'm spiked! I'll shake him!
30 seconds remaining. Case enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them. You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Ocean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
Preparations complete. You're cleared to taxi. Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider Squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Understood. Fox 2.
Gotta fly by instrument.
We're low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
Don't panic! They'll crash on their own!
Missile.
Missile incoming! Don't get in!
Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
Missile.
Vehicle down.
Careful. Don't crash into the mountains.
And unless you have a death wish, watch your altitude.
Missile. Caution. Pull up.
The regular force's secret reconnaissance plane is deep inside Erusia? They're investigating the ruins. That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They got a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I could find out.
Enough talk.
Thunderclouds are common this time of year.
Spare 15 locked. Vehicle down.
Missile.
I want to send Erusians to hell.
Missile.
But I surely join them.
Missile. Missile.
Spare 15, Bandit is down.
Missile.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Enemy sighted! Closing fast! You sure? In this weather?
Caution. Pull up.
Targeting gun range, fire.
Caution.
Spare 15, locked. It's cloudy around there. Radar visibility is limited. Stay alert. Destruction of target confirmed. I'm surprised you survived. Looks like we got someone in our squadron who can see through clouds.
Crazy. All our commander thinks about is looking good for the general staff office.
Mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands. Righto. All targets destroyed, no complaints here.
Caution. Bandits inbound. Here come the UAVs.
We might have crossed the line.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd used that hole to get home, too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
It's impossible.
I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about.
As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Hey, I owe you.
Missed target.
All right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
Trigger's been struck by lightning.
Calm down. Check your HUD for errors. You'll make it if you don't panic.
There's someone falling in the thunderclouds.
Spare 15 has broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass.
Strider 4, bandit on your 6.
Help by getting in between them and the UAVs.
You don't even have time to check radar.
In the air!
Damn it, I lost too much speed.
Are you bastards flying just to waste fuel?
Go to hell. Cyclops 2, watch your 6.
Break it off.
Missile
Band
ready for
dog,
Cyclops
there are
2.
still 5 aircraft in the combat zone.
Been spiked.
It's gonna be a long way around those thunderclouds.
Break!
All cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Trigger.
Cyclops 2, missile inbound.
Strider 3, get that enemy off your ass!
Dealing with 9Gs is tough, but for those UAVs, it's just another day at the office.
Why are we risking our lives to wipe someone else's ass?
Start complaining when you can keep your own nose clean.
Damn it. Hostile has a lock.
Enemy has a lock on it. Evading incoming missile.
Wiseman 444 squadron support incoming. Sorry, but I'm using this chance to break off.
Jaeger, look after the survivors.
Roger.
4 to go. Cyclops 2, look behind you. Missile inbound, evasive maneuvers, break!
Cyclops 3, missile in the air! Visual on a 444 aircraft. Guess not all of them wet themselves on seeing thunderclouds.
What did you expect?
Hostile behind me!
This is bad. We're fading fast.
Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy.
Try to stop me.
I owe you one.
Cyclops 4 has broken off. There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys in support.
Looks like there's one guy who's got everyone's back.
Got the flame of a thundercloud.
Hostile has a lock.
Got it.
Cyclops 3 has broken off. Bad dog, it's just me and 1 more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning any redemption today. Make sure the rest of them stay alive.
You'll let the devil with 3 sin lines go free after that.
You're in no position to call someone a devil, Count. Don't make me laugh. Radar confirms Spare 15 has come out of the clouds.
Trigger just flew into a thundercloud without even blinking.
Cyclops 2, hostile on your rear!
I'm not letting a damn robot shoot me down. Someone hurry up and rescue our hapless regulars.
This is Band Dog. Spare 15 will deal with the drones.
444. No, that one bird is doing all the work. We'd be losing more men if it weren't for him. Hell, they don't even have a formation.
Cyclops 2 is broken off. All my guys managed to escape. Got big gratitude for you.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
Ammunition 0. Ammunition 0.
Locked on target.
Cyclops 1, missile!
UAV splashed.
They're on me. Something.
Quit whining and finish them off. Spare 15. All UAVs in the vicinity confirmed destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks. Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spares...
I'm not letting this slide.
You could have done that sooner. I want to understand the enemy. Shot down Champ. He was toying with him.
Spare 10 lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All spare squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the bandit off of them.
Negative. That's not possible.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
Why some 444 craft flying out of bounds?
Those damn cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11, form an element and take up the rear.
Forget it.
Trigger's taking the beast head on.
Roger that. Will do.
Soldiers from Sol 3. They've got 2 rear guard. The better one's mine.
Copy that, King.
Don't call me that.
Right now. This is Spare 11. Launching missile.
Missile away.
Let me get back.
Warning. Warning.
Sol 2, this is Sol 1.
Sol 2 here. What's up? Behind the enemy.
Missile did not connect. That wasn't the plan.
Wiseman, you see that color? It's flying.
It's Mr. X for sure.
The pilot of the experimental squadron's X-plane.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man we didn't want to run into. Jaeger, if it comes down, black as a sheep. Just get my guys out of here.
Understood. Yeah, another hit. Confirm visual in the clouds.
Go get him. Bandits in the clouds. Chase them down. You've got this.
You're telling me there's only 2 craft taking out the orange guy?
No, just one's taking them on.
No way. I wouldn't last a minute.
Fusion, do not engage. If he gets close, just run.
Copy that. Was gonna do that anyway.
I have a lock. Fox 2. Enemy has a lock on me.
Warning. Systems malfunction. Warning. Systems malfunction.
I'm hit.
Someone going to assist.
Your job's an awful line.
Pressure warning. Pressure warning.
The enemy's in the clouds. Follow them, Spare 15. Do something or the entire recon squadron could go down.
Caution.
Fox 2.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Alert! Alert!
Spare 15 locked on.
Shaking bandit.
Let me just slide in there. Sol 1, this is Sol 2.
My status is fine. Do not interfere.
Sol 1, the clouds are moving in. Let's return to base.
Affirmative.
Bandit is retreating. He managed to survive somehow.
Trigger, kindness gets you killed.
Hey, guard dog. Who's the guy who worked his ass off at the rear?
The biggest dumbass in the unit.
Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves.
I'll guide you back to Air Force Base 444, though I doubt you have enough gas to make it.
Appreciate the help. Meet me at the base.
I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far, don't screw up now. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your...
The crew said the enemy had one mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk, locked on, and took them all out in the blink of an eye. Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him. It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. Kinda surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left their buddies to the shark. Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target.
You returned without permission and failed as escorts. So how about you rethink your value while in solitary? Take them away. Well, well, what do you know? Pilots made it back to base alive. Treat them well and feed them plenty. After all, we have to get a favorable report out of them. I've spent enough of my time being the commander of some worthless penal unit.
Chance to talk to one of the pilots that escaped back here, so I took it. Apparently, 2 of our planes took the enemy on alone. They covered the Allies so they could retreat. The hell kind of idiot does a thing like that? The last pilot to land back at the base was that scrawny anarchist dude. He always had this dumb grin on his face. Like he didn't give a damn about whatever he did to get thrown in here with the rest of us. Was he the one who went gung-ho? I bought him a drink later. After the usual small talk, I turned the topic around to the mission. For an anarchist, he struck me as a bit weird. Nothing like what I expected. He talked a mile a minute and kept going on and on about library books. Not encyclopedias, those cheesy adventure novels you read in high school. Nothing against those. I like a good story myself once in a while. But I wasn't here to talk books.
I remember that day well. Amidst the swirling clouds, a fighter squadron was trying to help its allies reach safety.
He's pretty foolish, isn't he?
I thought so too. Suddenly, a highly skilled enemy fighter squadron appeared and began picking them off at the edges. One by one, they fell right out of the sky.
Although, I guess there was nobody around that was even more foolish to go to their aid then. So you simply watch things unfold from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, who would have ever thought that I'd just go and follow him straight into the enemy squadron like that?
After what felt like decades, I finally got to the info I was looking for. He wasn't the guy. He said he was just following his wingman's lead and managed not to die somehow. The hero on this mission was the new guy. The one that killed Harling. How did you feel?
I'm still kind of shaken up, actually. But you know, I do feel a certain sense of pride, too.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
I went to the hangar to have myself a closer look at Trigger's plane. I knew that burnt smell. That's what happens when an engine's been driven to its limit. This pilot was a hot dog. From now on, I was gonna keep my eye on this idiot. From a distance, though. I didn't want to get too tight with someone who was a better pilot than my dad. Even so, I decided to give this guy's plane a little bit of the old Avril magic touch. He needed all the help he could get.
Attention! If you disobeyed orders in the previous mission, line up over there. You won't disobey a second time. Do not test my patience. The biggest threat to our forces is the enemy's enormous swarm of drones. In order for our forces to penetrate deep into Erusian territory, we'll need to clear a path. You will destroy the enemy's fuel plant. HQ has found evidence that fuel is being moved intermittently inland from a refinery at the harbor in Artiglio. It's likely they're supplying fuel for the various drone bases. Those of you whose food privileges were taken away already know how this goes. We silence the drones by taking their fuel. Enter via the estuary, take out their AA, destroy the fuel points on both sides of the river and their oil tankers. Remember, you're not bona fide military. You're expendable.
Convicts, stand by at the front.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. Coward. You're one to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Smart warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military.
You look anything like military?
Fox 2. Whoa. Doing well and truly started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah!
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Enemy doesn't like another one's pop. Take this.
Burn, bitches!
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe. This beat's being stuck in the middle, babe.
It's like watching the fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Suck on that!
Spear 15, target destroyed. AA gun down.
Enemy is locked on!
Vehicle
about where you're from.
They're targeting every last oil truck!
Hostile has a lock. Need help. Attack missed. This is Titan. You need me on me?
2 minutes remaining.
Jackpot. Taker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before they're blown up!
Get out of there.
Trigger eliminated the target.
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one.
Enemy missile inbound. Evading. Mark through.
I'm Spike, requesting assistance.
Bandit right behind you!
AA gun down. Enemy has a lock on you. 1 minute remaining. Dust cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. Spare 15 locked.
Oil tank! Shit! There's no way we can extinguish it!
Spare 15 launching missile.
Target acquired. I need to get away. Breaking.
Destroy the targets. You're being slow. 30 seconds remaining.
Look alive! Protect them in the storage. That's what the anti-air guns are for.
Trigger has destroyed the target. Trigger is down! Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. A coward. You're one to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up and let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. The boats are warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation, but they don't look like military.
Didn't you look anything like military?
Mark 2. You were well and truly started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks. Huh.
Yeah! Another one popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches!
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe. Stuck in the field, babe.
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy. It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Stuck on that.
You practically invited me in.
Spare 15, missile away.
Jackpot. Taker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before they're blown up!
Look at that oil. Burn up the sea. Trigger, you're quietly walking away. Think you're the only sane one here?
Doug was right. We're no proper military. Enough with the holier-than-thou act, down.
3 minutes
I
remaining.
belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here more than I do.
There goes spare 15.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. A coward. You're one to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. The boats, all warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like the military.
You think you look anything like military?
Mark 2. Whoa. Doing well until we started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah! Another one popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches.
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe. This beast being stuck at the penal base.
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy. It's like watching the fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Stuck on this.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Nickel. Nickel.
Landed on your rear.
Nickel. 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 Nickel.
Hit, target's still alive. There aren't enough interceptors back.
3 minutes remaining. Vanessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time. I've got one clinging to my ass.
What's your thing? Bandit! Jackpot, the tanker's full of oil. Get the ships out of here before they're blown up.
Nickel. Nickel.
I can't get away.
Look at that oil, just burn up the sea. Trigger, you're just quietly talking to West. You're the only sane one here.
Doc was right. We're the proper military. Enough of the whole now act, tabloid. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here even more than I do.
2 minutes remaining.
It's all about where you're from.
There's a lock on me. Spare 15, enemy has a lock on you.
Why are we getting hit after reinforcements came?
Enemy on my ass.
Nickel.
Ass.
Nickel.
I'm on his back.
Missile in the air! Heads up!
Nickel. Nickel.
Mark 2.
Nickel. 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 Nickel.
Bandit acquired. Firing. Missile coming at you. Move it.
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one.
Nickel. 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 Nickel.
Dust cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary.
Nickel.
1 minute remaining.
Kill on target confirmed.
No position behind Bandit. The oil tank. Shit. There's no way we can extinguish it. Missed.
Hostile has a lock.
Locked on. Locked on. Get out of there.
Missile in the air. Heads up.
30 seconds remaining.
Nickel.
Destroy the targets. You're being slow.
Mark 2.
I don't know what they were keeping in there, but it's all ashes now.
Locked on hostile.
Target destroyed.
Nickel. Nickel.
We've run out of time. The mission is a failure. Spare squadron, and Nessa 2 has arrived. Sticking around will only ruin your planes. Convicts, stand by at the front.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats or warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military.
You think you look anything like military?
Fox 2. You're well and truly started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah!
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessun 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Another one's popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches.
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe. This beats being stuck in the field, babe.
It's like watching the fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Jackpot, the tanker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before they're blown up!
Stuck on that! Penetrated. Attack missed.
Target destroyed.
Hostile in the lock. Help!
Spare 15 locked.
Spare 15, they've got a lock on you.
Protect the fuel storage. That's what the anti-air guns are for.
Fox 2. An S2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time.
3 minutes remaining.
Spare 13, Fox 2.
We don't have enough anti-air weapons. The enemy's got free reign.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Trigger, you're just quietly plugging away. You're the only sane one here.
Something's right. We're no proper military. Enough of the holier-than-thou act, tabloid. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here even more than I do. It's all about where you're from.
Look out behind me!
Tank eliminated. 2 minutes remaining.
They're targeting every last oil.
Spare 15 target destroyed.
You can't put the fire out. Get back. The fuels are too strong. Fox 2.
Vehicle down.
Bandit acquired. Lock on. Missile coming at you. You want to die?
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one. Dust cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. 1 minute remaining.
Hey, Trigger. Why do you think this stupid war keeps dragging on?
Here he goes.
It's all because countries exist. Shouting that and throwing a rock is what got me in here.
Well, you have free meals and a warm bed. You should thank our good citizens. 30 seconds remaining.
Look at that oil. It's burn up the sea.
Yeah, target destroyed.
I'm on my target.
6. Spare 15 blocked.
Enemy has a lock on them.
Trigger, missile incoming!
Looking good.
I'll take jobs like this any day.
Megastorm in Nessa 2 is about to arrive.
Missile. Missile.
Right, bring out the trucks.
Missile.
Make sure the routes are split. Take every drop of fuel you can carry.
It looks like some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. HQ saw them on satellite. Burned down everything that turns up.
Why are they popping on and off of radar?
Sand clouds. Sand breaks up here and there. That's when radar picks them up. If you detect something, strike fast.
Staring at my radar and trolling? This is not my style.
Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Easy for you to say.
Spare 15, launching missile. Spare 15, target destroyed.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself. Okay, if you think that's for the best.
Got one on radar. Moving.
Can't see the highway unless you get way down.
Bastards picked a hell of a place to hide.
Package drop. Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you wipe them all out.
Take that.
Eyes like a jackal, Trigger.
Spare 2, count. Where the hell do you think you're going? You're approaching Erusian territory. Return.
Just following orders to find tankers. So how about you go chew on a bone? You don't run out of gas, right?
Got trailers full of fuel.
Trucks don't run on jet fuel. I heard diesel engines can.
Quit yapping and hunt down your targets. Vehicle down. The rising smoke marks their graves.
Nice sentiment, Bandog.
I can't see a thing.
Quit blubbering. Talk to me when you find a target. Missile away. Spare squadron, a new enemy is approaching. Bearing 350 from the reference point.
They're coming from the north. Did they pick up Count's aircraft? Wait a sec, don't go blaming me.
They appear to be Erusian drones.
More UAVs? Why are they always after us?
The mission stays the same. Destroy the tankers.
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
A cat doesn't have enough lives to carry out your orders.
Do your duty and take out the tankers.
Missile. Missile.
Trigger, I need support, now!
Enough of this Trigger bullshit. All aircraft, destroy the tankers.
Just leave them to it. Column of smoke! Who did that?
Spare 15, missile.
Trigger, I like your style.
Missile.
Tanker confirmed eliminated.
Missile.
You can't run from us!
Missile.
Keep going. Burn it all.
Trigger, I'm sticking with you.
Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmine with your bare hands.
I'm sticking around. You know why that political offender jackass is still alive, don't you?
Trigger.
Higher chance of living with him.
If we follow the tankers, our tails will be exposed.
Missile.
I guess I'll pick off the guys going after Trigger.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile away.
What was that explosion?
You can't stick around forever. Find those targets.
Trigger trashed the target.
Woo! Trigger again? Burning. Jet fuel.
Nah, jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily. That was standard gasoline.
How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums?
Allied aircraft down by a UAV.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission, full band.
We gotta get those UAVs.
Mission's become way too dangerous. Damn Cal for dragging us into this shit.
Shut the hell up. This has nothing to do with me.
You guys are celebrating, but I don't hear anyone saying all targets have been taken down. Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Drop them all.
Weapon system's acting up. I can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones here. Say what you want. Have fun with your new friends.
Target confirmed near full band. Dig around. Target is down. Well done.
Uncovered another one.
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke. But there could be more items.
That cheers me up. Trigger is down?
It looks like some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. HQ saw them on satellite. Burned down everything that turns up.
Target down. Why are they popping on and off of radar?
Sand clouds. Sand breaks up here and there. That's when radar picks them up. If you detect something, strike fast.
Staring at my radar and trolling? This is not my style.
Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Easy for you to say.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself. Okay, if you think that's for the best. Got one on radar. Moving.
Damn, the truck just vanished into the dust.
Chase it down, dimwit. Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you wipe them all out.
Take that.
Eyes like a jackal, Trigger.
Caution.
That cheers me up.
Vehicle down. The rising smoke marks their graves.
Nice sentiment, Band Dog.
Spare 2, count. Where the hell do you think you're going? You're approaching Erusian territory. Return.
Just following orders to find tankers. So how about you go chew on a bone?
Can't see the highway unless you get way down.
Bastards picked a hell of a place to hide.
Spare squadron, a new enemy is approaching. Bearing 350 from the reference point.
They're coming from the north. Did they pick up Count's aircraft? Wait a sec, don't go blaming me.
They appear to be Erusian drones.
More UAVs? Why are they always after us?
The mission stays the same. Destroy the tankers.
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
A cat doesn't have enough lives to carry out your orders.
Do your duty and take out the tankers. Tanker confirmed eliminated.
You can't run from us.
Keep going. Burn it all.
Trigger took down a UAV.
That dumbass is at it again. Now's our chance to retreat.
Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmine with your bare hands.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
I'm sticking around. You don't want that political offender jackass still alive, don't you?
Trigger?
Our chance of really lose him.
The tankers are getting farther away. They have me spiked.
Caution. Missile.
Trigger, missile incoming.
Missile.
Allied aircraft down by a UAV.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission, full band.
We gotta get those UAVs.
Mission's become way too dangerous. Damn Count for dragging us into this shit.
Shut the hell up. This has nothing to do with me.
You guys are celebrating, but I don't hear anyone saying all targets have been taken down.
Trigger trashed the target.
Woo! Trigger again? It's really burning. That was some primo jet fuel.
Nah, jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily. That was standard gasoline.
How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums?
Don't you go doing a tabloid on me.
Weapon system's acting up. I can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones here. Say what you want. Have fun with your new friends. Huh?
You can't stick around forever. Find those targets. Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Drop them all. Where are the tankers? detected on radar.
Target confirmed near full band. Dig around.
Brownout, I got no vision.
Target is down. Well done.
Uncovered another one.
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke, but there could be more hiding somewhere.
I heard drones can be hacked, so why aren't we doing that?
On your ass. Locked.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Understood. HQ sent a message. That was the last one. All aircraft return to base. Burning up all those tankers will starve their drones for a while.
I'm still alive.
Stick with Trigger and you'll make it. Worked like a charm.
If you think that's all you need to survive, you might as well get your last rites now.
Exactly, that was all dumb luck. Wait, you were in earshot, Count?
Must have been straining to hear from high altitude.
Seems you've learned nothing in the sky, Count.
Well, yeah, it's not like there's anything I can learn from Trigger. Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there.
The mission was a success. There's nothing else I need to say. Dismissed. So it looks like we're getting attention from above. If any credit is due, it should come to me. Prisoners deserve nothing. It seems headquarters is starting to view some of you in the penal unit as a valid military force. Or at least that's what the rumors are saying. But that's bullshit. The only reason you're here is to atone for your crimes by carrying out missions.
Well, you sit on your ass and get medals.
You, solitary, now. Okay, on to the briefing. In this mission, you're going into Erusian territory. We know the Erusian Forces communications facility to the north in the Waiapolo Mountains is linked to the swarm of drones. Your mission is critical. You will destroy the facility and then weaken those drones. As it's important, the enemy won't go down without a fight. The area is watched over by spy satellites. If discovered, expect AA missiles. Unless you have a death wish, you must use the clouds for cover around the sides and base of the mountains. Use the clouds to hide from their satellites, and you just might have a chance to shake off their missiles. If you do find a missile on your tail, head to the clouds and pray. Let the missile kill you or crash into the rocks. That much freedom I will give.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now. The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you lot should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
What's more enclosed than solitary? Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
Enemies are attacking! Enemy aircraft are heading this way! Just drive them away. Chase them upward. Lead them into the missiles.
What if the radar isn't under a cloud?
Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
Destroy radar sites. You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out. Spare 15 locked. Spare 15, target destroyed.
The enemy is packing a lot of anti-air weaponry. I know. I can't focus on attacking like this.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
You're in plain view, Spare 15. Get back to the clouds.
Pull up.
They use the clouds to slip in undetected!
Trigger really screwed the pooch.
Watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you lot should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
What's more enclosed than solitary? Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
Enemies are attacking! Enemy aircraft are heading this way! Just drive them away. Chase them upward. Lead them into the missiles.
Caution.
What if the radar isn't under a cloud?
Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
Destroy radar sites. You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out. Fox 2. Target destroyed. You're using them to fight. Site confirmed destroyed. However, not all radars have been taken out. The satellite's still in operation.
They sure aren't making things easy for us.
10 Damn it, they're making us do something. But just what?
It's a dangerous operation, but it's better than running through a minefield blind, I guess. You're so naive, Tabloid. What we're doing is exactly like running through a minefield blind.
Silence. If you've got time to yap, you're not doing your job right.
Got in using a trick any amateur could think of. Picked up a bunch of intel.
Full man, that's your second strike. There won't be a third.
They don't have anywhere to run. Pick them off.
I'm spiked. Requesting assistance.
The enemy is packing a lot of anti-air weaponry.
I know. I can't focus on attacking like this.
Pull up.
Watch out for ice while you're in there.
I've got you. Come to Papa.
You're in plain view, Spare 15. Get back to the clouds. Cancel alert. Remember that satellite is up there. Spare 15 locked on. Target destroyed.
I almost got hit by AA fire.
Hide in the clouds, Spare 15. Fox 2, Fox 2. Target destroyed. 2 to go.
I got my hands on a password, and after some digging around, I found a bunch of stuff.
I'm not sure you understand what you're saying, Spare 6.
I'll let you in on it when we're home, Bandog. In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
I think you might be right.
Caution. Caution. Caution.
Bring him down with the anti-air guns. What happened with the missile?
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
The clouds are blocking the satellite.
Here comes the anti-air missile.
Missile. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Don't ice up in there. You're in the clouds. Missile incoming. Spare 15. Evade.
Going into the clouds.
Missile. Caution.
I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Missile.
Spare 15. Missile incoming.
Missile. Caution.
Radar site destroyed. Show the last one the same hospitality.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up.
Bandits in the clouds! If we keep our distance, they'll eventually fall out of the sky.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Locked on target.
Missile.
Missile. Evade.
Missile. Missile.
All targets destroyed.
Missile.
That's the last of the radar sites we
Missile.
needed to destroy.
Trigger's wasted!
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
What's more enclosed than solitary? Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
Enemies are attacking! Enemy aircraft are heading this way! Just drive them away. Chase them upward. Lead them into the missiles.
Missile.
But what if the radar isn't under a cloud?
Missile.
Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
Destroy radar sites. You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out.
Missile.
The enemy is packing a lot of anti-air weaponry. I know. I can't focus on attacking like this.
You're in plain view, Spare 15. Get back to the clouds.
Caution. Missile.
Missile incoming. Spare 15. Evade.
Missile.
Cancel alert. Remember that satellite is up there.
Missile. Missile.
Into the clouds. Missile.
Missile.
Locked.
Missile.
Radar site confirmed destroyed. However, not all radars have been taken out. The satellite's still in operation.
Missile.
They sure aren't making things easy for us.
Damn it, they're making us do something, but just what?
It's a dangerous operation, but it's better than running through a minefield blind, I guess. You're so naive, Tabloid. What we're doing is exactly like running through a minefield blind.
Silence. If you've got time to yap, you're not doing your job right.
Got in using a trick any amateur could think of. Picked up a bunch of intel.
Full man, that's your second strike. There won't be a third. No, you're using them to fight. Target destroyed. 2 to go.
I got my hands on a password, and after some digging around, I found a bunch of stuff.
I'm not sure you understand what you're saying, Spare 6.
I'll let you in on it when we're home, Bandog. In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
I think you might be right.
I see you have missiles moving into the clouds.
Locked on target. Radar site destroyed. Show the last one the same hospitality.
starting to feel guilty about leaving everything to Trigger.
In that case, use yourself as a decoy for the surface-to-air missiles.
Shit!
Spare 15, missile away. All targets destroyed. That's the last of the radar sites we needed to destroy. That probably put a stop to their satellite's missile guidance capabilities. Someone fly above the clouds.
How about you do it?
I like the sound of that.
You could do with the exercise.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
What's going on, Bandog?
This is the Air Force Base 444 Squadron. What is your affiliation?
Nobody told me there was this many nearby. Incoming Allied fighters. Respond.
The regular forces don't want anything to do with the penal base.
Hey, they have radar lock.
The IFF says they're allies. Missile! Whoa, time out. Don't tell me they're barrier troops. Someone's on me! Is he an enemy? Evade!
Ocean fighters do not attack! Shit! These guys aren't allies!
Are they spoofing our IFF?
Modern IFF connects to our strategic system via satellites. It can't be decoded.
What the hell?
Hey, the enemy's working in coordination! Information regarding IFFs is top secret. There's no way they can make it fake.
On your ass!
Missile inbound!
At this rate, no one's going to get out alive. All aircraft head into the clouds. Get out of the enemy's sight.
Trigger is down! The regular forces don't want anything to do with the penal base.
Hey, they have radar lock.
The IFF says they're allies. Missile, whoa, time out. Don't tell me they're barrier troops. Someone's on me. Is he an enemy? Evade!
Ocean fighters do not attack! Shit!
Missile.
These guys aren't allies!
Are they spoofing our IFF?
Modern IFF connects to our strategic system via satellites. It can't be decoded.
What the hell?
Hey, the enemy's working in coordination.
What's this? I'm done.
How do they know? Who's on my tail? Is it an enemy?
At this rate, no one's going to get out alive. All aircraft head into the clouds. Get out of the enemy's sight.
And then what? What about markings and craft type?
There's no time.
Information regarding IFFs is top secret. There's no way they can make it fake. Missile in the air! Heads up!